Are you a U.S. citizen or perhaps a legal permanent resident and want to bring a family member here to the United States on a green card, whether we're talking about a parent, spouse, fiance, or perhaps children under age 21? Well, there's certainly a process in which you can achieve that goal. Hi, my name is Luis Hess. I am the owner and founder of Hess Law Firm. We're a law firm that focuses on immigration law. We have offices in both Houston and in the Woodlands, but we work with clients both domestically and internationally. Now, if we're going to be talking about parents, what's important to know is that you as a U.S. citizen have to at least be age 21, same as if you're a legal permanent resident. If you're a U.S. citizen and your parent doesn't have some type of criminal background that makes them ineligible, let's say they've committed some type of crime, and certainly if they have never come to the United States illegally, then it's a very simple process in which they can get a green card. If they came without permission, well, that's a whole other matter. But the fact of the matter is that it really depends on the details and what facts you have before you. So if this is something that applies to you but you want to know more, please give us a call. If we're talking about a spouse, or perhaps even a fiance, there's also a very different way in which we can get a green card. Again, if the person's living abroad or perhaps they entered the country legally, it's a fairly simple, straightforward process in which we can apply for a green card for them. Now, if you happen to be a legal permanent resident, it's a little bit more challenging. And the reason being is that you then fall into the visa bulletin. That is, there's a time period in which you can first start the process, but it might take 6 months to a year to finish the process, longer than if you are a U.S. citizen. So if you are eligible for U.S. citizenship, now's the time to do so, because you can start both processes at the same time. But then once you become a U.S. citizen, we can speed up the process of adjusting your spouse or perhaps fiance. Now, if we're talking about children under age 21, it's very important to know and understand how your child, or perhaps even stepchild, in their immigration history. So let's say you have a child who's 20 years old and you want to sponsor them for the green card process. Doing so right now is critical. Why? Because there's no waiting period so long as the child's under age 21. But as soon as a child is over age 21, we'd be talking about a 5, 10, 15-year period before they can qualify for their green card. Now, it also becomes critical to know if you're sponsoring a stepchild, at what point in time you married this man or woman, how long you were together, because those factors matter as to whether your stepchild is eligible for a green card. Now, if we're going to be talking about siblings, you really should be a U.S. citizen looking to sponsor a sibling. Now, what this means is that you typically are going to have a long waiting time. So let's say your brother or sister lives in Mexico, Colombia, Canada, whatever country we're talking about. You start the process. You're not going to finish the process next year. The fact of the matter is that if you believe in tomorrow, that is, you believe that you will continue to live and so will your sibling, well, might as well start now, because at some point in time, their number will become current and they will become eligible for the green card. It doesn't really require any extra effort. It's kind of just sending off an application and waiting for time to pass, because time at some point will pass. So there are opportunities for you to eventually get a green card for your siblings. If this is something that you're interested in, this is something we certainly do quite a bit. It doesn't require much on your part, just more than anything else, patience. Give us a call at this number, or perhaps even look at our website. But the fact of the matter is that a phone call will certainly answer any questions or doubts you might have about the process and provide you a clear pathway in which we can help you achieve your goal of giving a green card to your loved ones.